Give me your professional opinion of DeMeco Ryans. I mean, he had a hell of a rookie season, but just like Salah in the final quarter, couldn't get a stop, although he would have had a stop if Tartt would have caught the ball. What do you think of DeMeco?
Man, I thought he had a terrific rookie season as a coordinator. I try to look at, how is he calling games? What is he looking at? Does he go into the game with the right idea on how to stop guys? And then obviously, is he making some adjustments? And, watching him early on, I thought he did better than what people kind of give him credit for. I'd say there were a couple games where I'm just like, you have no clue this game on how to defend these guys. One was the Arizona Cardinals game against Kyler Murray. I don't know if he wasn't expecting, not Kyler Murray, excuse me, Colt McCoy. Yep. I don't know if he wasn't expecting Colt McCoy to play or if he was just like, I'm not prepared for him or whatever the case is, but they had no clue on how to stop anything that Arizona wanted to do that day. And that was a complete opposite of what we saw in the first game where they held the Arizona Cardinals to 17 points. And I think their last touchdown came on like their last drive or whatever.
Yeah, like Hopkins played, Kyler played. You took those two guys out. You can't. Oh, wow. Yeah.
So that was one game. And then I think the other game was the Chicago Bear game where they came out and I think they maybe overestimated their pass rush against that Bears defense offensive line that had gave up a ton of sacks to the Cleveland Browns. I think they said, you know what? We're going to play some soft coverage. We're just going to get to Fields with 4. And that just never happened. And Fields had time to be comfortable. That was probably his most efficient game. Then he started making plays with his legs. So I think those were 2 games where I'm like, he has no clue how to call defense against these guys right now. I think those are bad games by him. But aside from that, I thought overall he did well, especially having to, cover up maybe some deficiencies on the outside, play more coverage and soft. Did a good job against Cincinnati Bengals, limiting those guys for most of the game. I think they had like 3 points heading into halftime. Thought a lot of times he did a good job, especially having to really work with limited guys in his personnel. Played without Fred Warner, played without Tartt, played without Ward, felt like he played without everybody but Nick Bosa for extended time. So I thought he did a really good job. I'm surprised he didn't get more action as a potential head coach because it sounds like people just know he's going to be that.
I agree. I mean, everybody, he was only a coordinator for 1 year. So was Vrabel. I mean, the next Vrabel. I mean, he has the same exact.
Allen, or what was his name? The guy that came from the Rams to the Chargers.
Staley. I mean, like
Staley. 1 year. Yeah, 1 year coordinator.
Yeah, it happens all the time. I wanted to just look at one thing that the Niners defense on third down. I mean, where do they rank? They ranks 20th. See, to me, that's the one area where DeMeco can improve. Like, you have this great pass rush, but I think he's very dependent on the 4-man rush. And what I thought Robert Saleh really showed his chops was in year 3. His third down defense got way better.
Started being really aggressive.
Yeah, and his pressure packages on third down were effective. And I just felt like in this game against the Rams, there was no blitz package that was real effective for DeMeco that he could go to on 3rd and 8, 3rd and 12, and that bit him, I thought.
Yeah, and other games too. Remember the Tennessee game? That was a big one.
Exactly.
And I if I had any hair, I'd be pulling my hair out with the spot dropping that they were doing. You have 3rd and long, and you just drop everybody out. They go max protection. They have 3 guys in route. You got 7 guys in coverage, and you let a guy hook up right in the middle of 3 of your guys, and they catch a ball there, set it down. The spot dropping, I'm not a big fan of spot dropping. That's just drop it to a spot. They get their eyes to the quarterback, and they kind of read his eyes, as opposed to, getting you could get to a spot, but read your keys and let that guy take your eyes to the quarterback once you get a feel for where he's going and you have him controlled. So I'm not a big fan. I like more, even if you're going to do more like, let's say like cover 3 sky, you still can add a match element to it in the sense of passing routes off. And I thought they're just spot dropping with their linebackers. Thought that kind of burnt them a little bit sometimes.
Yeah. So I just like to see DeMeco, the next level of growth from him be third down and pressure stuff, because I think he's got it all. I think he's really, really good. And that's once he gets that, he'll be a head coach.
And maybe if they add another corner that can hold his own out there like you want, maybe that'll help him, free him up to do more blitz packaging and things like that.
Because I'm sure that's what DeMeco would say. He's like, hey, hold on. I mean, Robert Saleh only got real aggressive with his blitzes once he got Jason Verrett. Give me Jason Verrett. Think they'll bring back Jason Verrett?
It's tough. I'd say I lean towards no.
Yeah.
I'd say it's less than 50%.
Well,
Yep.
Good luck to Jason. Hold on. Curly Daddy says Grant and Crocky on the same podcast. You guys give me more entertainment every week than anyone else. Cut Jimmy now. My audience is a little ruthless. Sorry, Jimmy. That Niner guy says, Croc, thoughts on this? Sign Jonathan Jones and Isaiah McKenzie. Should be cheaper options that would be solid starters. Petty is a stud. Draft him. What do you think?
Who's Petty?
I don't know. What do you think of Jonathan Jones and Isaiah McKenzie?
Jonathan Jones, DB from the New England Patriots.
Yes.
He's a speedster, I think. That's somebody, coming from a scheme that played a lot of man coverage. And again, they did some zone stuff. They'll do some quarters and things like that. But when it's nut cutting time, when it's third down, what if you have those stats still pulled up? What are Patriots third down? What are they doing third down on defense? Because when it's third down, they go. We're
they ranked 8th. They ranked 8th.
Yeah, see, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
20th. Yeah.
And they don't have any big time pass rushers. Judon was solid, but it's not like they have like just this mean pass rush. But when third down comes, they man up and they play good there.
And they're manufacturing pressure with scheme, right? I mean, they're getting, kind of.
Oh, they're talking about Petrie, not Petty.
Okay,
Petrie, he's from Baylor. I have a former teammate of mine that was with me with the Jets. He gives me inside information on South Carolina guys, Baylor guys, because he coached at both of those spots. He's actually with the Rams now, but he's really high. I mean, he sends me nonstop stuff on Petrie. He was really high on Deebo Samuel. Like before the season, he's like, "Hey, Croc, Deebo, I know you're into the draft. Watch the Deebo Samuel guy. He's going to be one of the best receivers in this class." And he was right. He told me about J.C. Horn when everybody else was on the big 6'4" corner. He was like, the 6'4" corner, yeah, he's cool. But Croc, I'm telling you, watch. Everybody's going to start getting on this guy, J.C. Horn. He's the guy. That's the guy that should go first corner in the class. He's different, and he tells me all these things about them. He talks to me about Kinlaw. Everything he's told me about everybody has been spot on.
Angelic Ambition says, if we lose Tart, I'd like us to see us get Desmond King and Justin Reed. Reed is a better playmaker, and King is younger and one of the best in the slot. What do you think?
I like Reed. Desmond King,
I was so impressed.
Well, had to play more outside stuff, but I think Reed has a different dynamic. You compare Reed with Ward, I think you're cooking up something right there.
I'd never seen really Reed play that much. Definitely never in person until that game a month ago against. He was the most dynamic player in that defense. He was. It seemed like he was spying Lance, and Lance could not get past him at all.
Yeah, flying in like a missile, hitting Lance's big ass.
Yeah.
That's a big Lance. He's 6'4", damn near 230 pounds. For a DB like Reed, Reed's not big. He's smaller than his brother, I'd assume. But man, he's coming downhill. He's coming downhill, throwing everything that he has, and we saw that. I like Reed a lot. Probably one of the more underrated safeties, not talked about enough.
Eric had a bunch of concussions and didn't hit like that after his rookie year. I was not used to seeing. I was not expecting to see Eric Reed's little brother hit like that. I was like, damn, wow. Kid is hella good. He's not a kid. He's 25. Juan says Niners should use Trent Williams or Nick Bosa on 4th and 1 or goal line plays to gain a yard. They would always pick up the yard, or just do the quarterback sneak that was like 20 for 20 and the Niners got away from it. They started getting cute with the quarterback sneak and it cost them their season. No, but I don't understand it, man. They started messing up quarterback sneaks at the end. That was their best play. They invented the quarter. Hold on. David says Verrett can go toe to toe with Cooper Kupp. That's why we got to keep him. He'll also be very cost effective.
Oh no, I think he's good in his quarters that he does. If you want to run pure man to man with Verrett, I don't know if that's a strong point at this point in his career.
I think you pretty much need someone like Gilmore to have a chance. It's really tough. Trey Niner says, why isn't no one talking about Kyle's offense? He's supposed to be this offensive wizard, but our offense was trash this season, especially in the fourth quarter. Well, I feel like the quarterback was a limiting factor and it should be a lot better next year. Maybe I'm wrong. What do you think? It wasn't trash.
I think that had to do with some of the handcuffing and limitations with it. The offense had to work off of something very specific, and if it didn't, it was a little bit more difficult for the offense to be, as productive as it could be.
And that offense was kind of new in 2019. Like people hadn't seen it. Now it's the same thing every week. There's, the throws over the middle, the screens. It's not that much that the Niners do with Jimmy. Tri says Crocky and Cohn weekly. Yes, Thursday mornings, 9 a.m., 11 Central. You're out in Arkansas.
Yeah, I'm on Arkansas, 11 Central.
That's right. Congrats on being the new addition, Eric. Man, congrats. I'm just grateful that he wanted to do it. Lewis Sign and Carlton Davis would be nice additions to our secondary. I like Carlton Davis. Carlton Davis is good.
He's not very fast, so but he can match. Like I feel like if you say, "Hey, Carlton Davis, go guard Cooper Kupp," I think that's a guy that's like you. That's a good matchup. Like that, I can live with the results of whatever happens with that.